What's up, motherfuckers? It's your boy, Shane Doggy, Shane Dizzle, Shane Woo, Shane Boogie. And we are back with another episode of the Tues News. And let's get right into it. Our first story of the day, follow up from last week, where the artist Ferocious isn't letting up a bit. 3 days ago, on March 6th, the young artist auctioned off a piece called The Everlasting Beautiful, a piece of, a one-of-one painting, digital art, whatever you want to call it, for a whopping $550,000. Now that's a hefty price tag, but as the artist over the past few months, possibly, maybe a year, you could say, has been exploding all over the scene, a groundbreaking young artist with the digital art, NFTs, shoes, clothing, merchandise, all this good stuff. And so far, this year, the artist has made a couple $1 million in the first two months and a week of the year. Kudos to that guy. He's killing it. I love the artwork. Go check him out on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. Go see what all the hubbub is about, because it's craziness. Our next story of the day is Prince Harry and Meghan. Oprah conducted a interview that's taking the news by storm. This Sunday, an interview was released with Oprah, Prince Harry, and Meghan, aka the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And it was about some of the things they faced. They recently moved to California, and all the stuff about that, where Meghan opened up about her mental health struggles. Both of them had mental health struggles, because it's been quite a dicey relationship. If you remember, in 2018, I believe it was, they had this huge wedding that was all over the news, a real royal event. And this is the first person in the royal family that is, 1, an American, 2, is mixed race, and 3, is a divorcee, which all this stuff, that's perfectly fine. But to the royal family, it's very new, and it's caused some bumps in the road, if you will. The couple has faced, the royal family is a huge deal, and especially with all the British news, all the tabloids and all these things, they make every little event into a big deal. So them just marrying in the first place was a huge spectacle. And Meghan said that, when they had their child, they were having their child when she was pregnant with it, someone in the royal family that hasn't been disclosed, though we know it was not the Queen, or it's not the King, the grandmother or grandfather of Prince Harry. So we know it wasn't those two, but someone asked or showed their concerns as what the skin tone of the baby would be. Kinda not the thing you want to hear from your family. So, Meghan was uncomfortable with that. The two stepped away from the royal family because, Prince Harry has 2 older brothers who are further in line to have the crown than he. And he also just didn't really like the spotlight. There's paparazzi following you around everywhere. Everything you do turns into a headline. You're constantly being stalked by people. It's just a very pressure-setting situation. And the couple claims that they both had very intense problems with mental health. As Megan said at one point, she did not want to live anymore. And, it's understandable when you're under that much scrutiny just because you love someone and you're married and you had their kid. Uh, it's not very nice to hear. But the couple is now expecting a second child, believed to be a daughter. Good for them, I'm covering this because it's the news, and that's what I'm here for. Our third story of the day is another follow up from last week as the Derek Chauvin trial has started. Now, yesterday at 9 a.m. was the first day of the trial, and they're in the process of selecting the jury. Now, this is an extra hard thing to do because everyone has an opinion on this, right? And when you're selecting jury members, they have to be impartial. They have to be unbiased, like me, because I give you the news. So it's going to be a long process. Derek Chauvin was at first charged with third-degree murder and manslaughter, or involuntary murder and manslaughter, which was dismissed, but is now trying to be brought back by the court because they believe it will fit the crime better than what he's currently charged for, and pled not guilty to second-degree involuntary murder and manslaughter. So this is a big deal. Don't get distracted by the Prince Harry and Meghan stuff going on. This is more important than some royalty. Yeah, as I said, it's very hard to find jury members because of how high profile the case is, how just very important of a case it is, and you have to find, it was such a big event that it's hard to find people that have no bias, right? That aren't going to skew the decision in one way or another, and that it will be as fair of a trial as it can be. Now, because of the ripple effect that went on after the death of George Floyd, and as we all remember, the protests that happened over the summer, which were huge scale, there was a lot that went on during that time, as we all remember. So the Minneapolis PD has said they're going to spend at least $1 million securing the courthouse, as it's going to be a big deal, and people want the trial to go as planned without any interferences or people not storming the courthouse as we saw a couple months ago. So, keep tabs on that. I'll keep you in the know because I'm here for the news. Also, the jury members you will not know their names, nor will you see them through the whole court case, as, it's risky business. And that concludes the news for today. Why? Because I've been sick for about 3 weeks now, and I'm fucking tired, dude. Between streaming the podcast that is going to come out tomorrow, ding, 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 finally a podcast coming out tomorrow. It's a deep one, so be ready to, it's heavy. It's good stuff. That's going to come out tomorrow. I'm going to stream later tonight at 8 o'clock. If you're watching this as it goes live, 8 o'clock tonight, twitch.tv/ShaneBoogie. More events on the 2K21 PS4 tournament that's going to go down. And, Young Green Tea in the building. You dig? They have an Asian supermarket that opened up down the street, which is, ooh-wee, it's lovely. I got that real deal green tea right here. Even got this contraption. My green teaifier. You dig? So yeah, man. A lot of cool stuff coming up soon. Hopefully, I'll feel better so we can do more in-depth news. I'm looking also to kind of change the format of this, so it would be, a shorter, maybe more reoccurring event. Maybe it won't always be Tuesdays. Maybe I will cover one story in depth instead of brushing over a couple of them. But leave a like, comment what you think the best option would be. Make sure to follow twitch.tv/ShaneBoogie on Twitch. Go make an account if you don't have one. Just fucking follow me if you do. Because we're going live. We go live a couple times a week, playing all different types of games. I'm the best gamer in the world. It's a fact. But I'll see you next week, next Tuesday, with more news. Peace out, gang.